howdy, long turns. It is I, the gold rush seeking scumbag.
Well, you know it's me, the law-abiding honorable sheriff.
Shoo! And we got ourselves a long turn expose.
We got spoilers. It's nastier than the milk that you was over there messing with a week ago.
Milk drinker. It's Outlaws of
Thunder Junction. Shocking, isn't it?
It's incredible.
We're committing crimes and going on sprees, cowpoke. Whee! All right, I'm not doing this the entire episode.
No, there's no way. We have some wonderfully cool and unique spoilers, some nice flavored cards. I feel like this is a really well designed set, and it's all kind of cowboy themed.
Hold on. We didn't even do the intro.
What? Wait, what
we
is
didn't
this?
Tell them that we are the
Longturnlarry podcast.
We about to get in these Thunder Junction spoilers. At the top of the list, we have Fibblethip lost on the range. One colorless blue for 1/1 Hemiclus. He's got Ward 2. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. The top card of your library has Plot. The plot cost is equal to its mana cost. You may plot non-land cards from the top of your library. So let me remind them, we have a scoring system here. These numbers mean nothing.
In the grand scheme.
In the grand scheme of things. I can change my mind whenever I feel like it.
No, you can't. It's recorded.
So, one is like the bee's knees. It's a cowboy spurs twiddling right before you shoot your opponent in the face. Ching, and anything past 99 is boo boo.
Irrelevant.
It's a sand bowl.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to keep them good, and you know all these flavors for you. If it's higher than, I'd say 50, look at it again. Just
do it.
Just look at it one more time to make sure. Like, are you sure about that?
So we got two scores. We got one for the commander score, because all of these are legendary. And we have the 99 score. I gave Fibblethip a 34. I think he's a pretty neat little guy. And in the 99, give him a 52.
I think we're similar in the commander score. For those who do not know, what is plot?
Plot says that you can exile this card, and it cannot be cast this turn.
You gotta wait.
You have to wait exactly one turn. And then you can cast that spell at sorcery speed for free.
Not horrible.
Not bad.
No. It's self-limiting. It makes it to where it's trying not to be OP. So this is tomorrow. A new effect.
It's procrastination. I'm going to do a little bit today.
Yep.
So going to pay off tomorrow.
I gave him an 80 in the 99 just because I feel like all of these reveal the top cards, like Realm Walker and all of them. I feel like they have their own spot, but I don't see them being nearly as powerful.
See, I think what you do is you play a lot of cantrips, and you can plot the cantrips, and the cantrips that are in your hand, you can rearrange the top if you don't want it to be a land, and then you can go, whee!
He's trying to break turn
Fibble
zero.
Flip.
Flipple flip.
Thippy boy.
Next, we got Tiny Bones, the pickpocket. I am a huge fan of Tiny Bones. Gave him a 1. I gave him my number 1 spot, and I say 20 in the 99. He is a black for a 1/1 skeleton rogue with Death Touch. Whenever Tiny Bones, the pickpocket, deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target non-land permanent card from that player's graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. Everyone knows Tiny Bones likes to discard. That has always been the theme.
Man, I don't like him as much as you. I'm 50-50 commander score and 99 score. I don't see him doing much. He aight with me. I don't like them bones. They creep me out.
They tiny.
Too tiny. Next card, Savella, Eager Trailblazer. Is a 4/5 elf scout with vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with the ability to tap. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. And then you can tap her, choose a color, add 1 mana of that color for each different power among creatures you control. Wow.
It's a lot.
She gives you mercenaries for casting creatures, and then like sort of pays you off by giving you mana to do said thing.
Yeah.
I gave her a Coolio 17 in the commander. Broken. 99, 33.
I went a little higher. Only reason I did, I foresaw like weird combos. I would reduce mine to 13 instead of 3, mainly because the mercenary doesn't give you the red color. I wish this was a Naya. Sadly, it is not. Still, really good card. Gave it 19 for the 99.
Who's the next cowpoke?
Oh man, Magda Hordemaster. I was very happy to see this. We got some dwarf love. Colorless and a red for a 2/2 dwarf berserker. Whenever you commit a crime, create a tap treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Here's our next new mechanic. Crimes, or committing them rather, are targeting opponents, anything they control, and or cards in their graveyards is a crime. I'm just going to give you an example. I lightning bolt Honorable. That is a crime. I exile something in his graveyard. That's a crime, as long as I'm targeting it. So all of these things are committing crimes. You commit a crime, you get a tap treasure.
I exile the top card of your library. Crime.
Yep. It's committing crime is very easy. I like that it's a mechanic that everything can do. It doesn't have to just be from this set. The next effect is pretty nice, just like the previous version of Magda where you went and searched for dragons. You have sacrifice 3 treasures, create a 4/4 red scorpion dragon. Creature token with flying and haste. Activate only as a sorcery. Super cool. I gave this one a little bit higher scores. Again, I like the mono red aspect, so I gave it a 4. I think this would be a very powerful dwarf treasure tribal or typal. And then in the 99, I gave it an 18 just for the fact that I'm personally building around these kind of synergies with sacrifice and artifacts. I think Magda's very powerful.
Now, I'm not a wuss. And I'm not afraid to say tribe. So I gave her a 24.
A 24.
All right, as commander. 61 to 99. I don't see her doing much. She might be cool. I don't know. Commit crimes. If you're not built to commit crimes, I don't know how many crimes you're actually committing. So, you know, do with that what you will.
Do with that what you will.
We got the probably worst card of the day. Fortune Loyal Steed. 2 colorless and a white for a 2/4 base mount. What are mounts? Oh. What do they do? It's a new mechanic. They are vehicles, except for they're not. They're creatures, and you can only crew or saddle them at sorcery speed. Typically, they get an extra effect if they attack while saddled. So this one, whenever Fortune Loyal Steed enters the battlefield, scry 2. Get that scry. Then whenever it attacks while saddled, at the end of combat, exile it and up to 1 creature that was saddled this turn and return those cards to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it blinks.
I don't like it.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
I gave it 84 in the commander. 67 is 99. It can be useful. I wouldn't do it, but, you know,
I gave it an 80. And I'll give it a 50 in the 99. You can maybe get away with some cool things that it can do. I like the fact that it's not a vehicle in the facet. It can attack on its own. Like, that's cool. But otherwise,
If you're not saddling it, well, then what are you doing, brother?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Speaking of saddled creatures, we got one of the best that you're going to find here. It's a frog horror mount. If you don't know who he is, you're going to find out. It's the Get Rogue Ravenous Ride.
Go on, get out of here.
3 colorless for a black and green 6/5 trample haste frog that whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice a creature that saddled it this turn. If you do, draw X cards and put up to X lands from your hand onto the battlefield tap, where X is a sacrifice creature's power. It's actually pretty nice.
What?
So you play Get Rogue for 5. He's got haste. You saddle him with a creature that you plan to kill. He then hits because he has trample, so he's likely to hit. Then as soon as he does, you sacrifice the thing you saddled with him to go draw 4 cards and then put out 4 lands. That is a lot of value.
What'd you give it?
I gave him a 5 for the commander. I love the frog. And I say 21 in the 99. I feel like the frog would be fun to build around, and I feel like he fits a good amount of themes. I feel like there's not many that he doesn't fit into.
I think he's
Perfect.
I gave him that number 1 spot. And then 22. In the 99, like you could do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could kind of fit him in a bunch of places.
If you big green, you can sack a big old thing and then, oh, look at all my lands.
Yeah, it's a lot
Draw
of
a
value.
bunch of cards. Like, come on, man. This is a frog.
Bring out more frogs.
Man.
Frogs need to be.
I said the last card was the worst card, but this one might be the worst card. Annie Flash.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
She's a 3 and a Naya for a 4/5 human rogue. She's got Flash. Oh, look at her. She go flash.
Oh.
Whenever Annie Flash, the veteran, enters the battlefield, if you casted it, boo, return target permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, boo. Whenever Annie becomes tapped, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn, boo. It's got all the worst things you would want on a 6. Yeah, it's got Flash. Who cares?
I feel like they did that as an afterthought. It was like, oh,
No, I think they. Wait, she's got to have Flash. Her name's Annie Flash.
oh.
This thing sucks.
Yeah, it's
I
not
gave
good.
it an 86 in the commander. You know what? I'm changing this. It was 69 because that's a funny number. I'm gonna make it $1 billion. I hate this thing. Get it out of here.
I'm not going to defer much. 89 on my 2 number scales. If this thing was cheaper, I'd be okay with the restrictions that it imposes on itself. If it was cheaper, it's 6 mana, and then you're making me wait. Like, no.
And then like it's just like a terrible Sun Titan.
Yeah. Like,
And then you have to cast it to get
there's
the
so many
ETB.
cards that do its job better that this thing was trying to do.
Get this garbage out of here.
Up next, what I consider one of the better ones. We got Kellen the Kid. For Bant, green, white, blue, you get a 3/3 flying lifelink human fairy rogue with whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you may cast a permanent spell with equal or lesser mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, you may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. This is just good. You get a lot of value out of this, and it can fill a lot of spots. I gave this a 4 as well. I'm thinking this is a very easy build around. I for this thing just being very powerful. I gave it an 80 in the 99, which might be a little harsh. The only reason I don't like it there is you can get a 3-drop flying lifelink for a lot cheaper, for a lot easier.
Man, get this man out of here. You know what? Kellen the Kid, he 3rd. He got the bronze. He in here.
Still podium.
99 score. I gave him a 48. You could cast a lot of things from your graveyard, or exile,
Yeah.
or top of your library,
There's ways to get around it. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of ways to get around this effect, and then you like get to do like a chew lane thing when you do.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't put a permanent into play, bruh, put some respect on the kid name, son.
Respect on it.
Why not keep on getting the bad cards?
Oh, it's okay. We can flip flop if you want.
Nah, I'll take it. Vraska the Silencer is a Jace's lover. He got in that Gorgussy.
Gorgussy.
She's a one colorless black and a green for a 3/3 Gorgon assassin with Death Touch. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 1. If you do, return that card to the battlefield tapped under your control. It is a treasure artifact with sacrifice this artifact at 1 mana of any color, and it loses all other card types. He's mad.
I am
big
not
mad.
happy about Vrask. I'm not.
No, he's mad about Shalab,
Yes.
who does this like exact thing except for their food.
And you have to go through so many extra steps.
And then you have to pay like 7 mana to cast that thing.
Yeah, she's a big girl. Yeah. And Vrask pretty much just gave it to us for just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah,
you
for
pay
a colorless.
Pay 1 if it does.
Yeah, just pay 1. Ugh.
I gave Vraska 35 as command. I think she's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I say she was bad. 62 in the 99. You could do some shenanigans. You could board white, have some mana open, and then steal the best stuff.
I gave her a 10, not because I like her, but more just for the fact that I tried to build this thing before, and admittedly seeing it in this format, it's so much easier to achieve. 30 in the 99, you can still just fit this into anything that's running Golgari, and you can just be like, hey, I removed something. Let me get a copy of it, especially if you're hunting for things.
Let's pay that extra 1, and
Yeah.
it's treasure.
Yeah, it now turns into a treasure. Not a bad
You
card.
might think this is trash. Me, I call it treasure.
I call it a stone-shaped version of your creatures. We got Rakdos the Muscle. 2 colorless, black, red. So a 5-drop for a 6/5 flying trample. That's a demon mercenary.
Demons!
Already looking good. The demons! Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile cards equal to its mana value from the top of target player's library. Until your next end step, you may play those cards, and mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. As if that wasn't enough, sacrifice another creature. Rakdos the Muscle gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Activate only once each turn. This thing is beautiful. Normally to get Flample, there's a downside, and he's cheap and has it and has great effects. I gave him an 8. I think he's a 17 in the 99. He's just powerful. If you run any type of Rakdos anything, he fits in it.
Man, he aight. He aight. I'll give him a 30. He do stuff. He a big boy. It's easy to get Flample now. It's 2024 Magic. All the cards are broken now. Look at all the cards. He brokey. I give it a 38 in the 99. He will always be like card advantage if you need it. Probably not the best card if it doesn't synergize. Probably is a decent card if it does.
Mm-hmm.
He the boy. All right. Oh, this is a crazy lady I'm about to speak about. This is probably our son's favorite card.
Yes, it is.
Favorite legendary creature.
In commander form.
It's Gissa the Hellraiser. Going to hell. Hell. 3 colorless, black, human warlock, 4/4. She's got ward 2 and pay 2 life. You won't pay.
Mm-hmm.
Skeletons and zombies you control get +1/+1.5 menace. Ooh. Whenever you commit a crime, create 2 tap 2 2 blue-black zombie rogues creature tokens. This ability triggers only once each turn. This isn't hard. This isn't hard at all.
No. This isn't hard to achieve, and it's good. It's just good. It's a lord. It makes the things it buffs. It gives them evasion. No. Good.
It's so easy. Black is like the criminal color. Oh.
I'm dying.
Real bad man.
Oh, yeah. That one's a...
Man, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Black is the criminal colors. We know what they do.
Black, red, and blue are your... Grixis is your best friend for crimes.
So racist. I don't care. I gave it a 10. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good card for the commander. 24. You black. You commit crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Also, too, just another zombie lord. There's no downside. I gave it an 11 as a commander. Same concept. 17 and a 99. This thing can just do well as a zombie lord. And then the just like extra like, hey, I make more for you if you just interact. It's pretty much what it really boils down to.
Skelly boys.
Yep.
Ooh.
Like the tiniest of bones. Oh, man. Okay, this, in my opinion, is the worst card of the it could be commanders. We got Miriam Herd Whisperer. If you are a fan of horses, then maybe this is for you. This could be number 1. But outside of that, I can't. It's this bad. For green and a white, you get a 3/2 human druid that says, as long as it's your turn, mounts and vehicles you control have hexproof. And whenever a mount or vehicle you control attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I mean, cool. It's not powerful. I say it's a 60 as a commander and like 89 as the 99.
No, don't do it. No, don't do it.
It's terrible.
It is bad.
Never. Hey, on to the next card. That's how bad this is. Crom, a violent. How do you say that word? Cacophony? Cacophone?
Cacophony.
I'm a sensei, but I can't read. 2 colorless, blue and a black for a 2/3 zombie horror flying. Whenever you cast your 6th spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Crom and draw a card.
Straight to the point, simple.
Not better than old Crom, but
No. Not horrible.
If this is your cup of tea, you can do it. 40 as a commander, 37 and 99. If you're doing the worst color combination type things, you can just do the worst color combination type things.
I gave it 50-50. It's a straightforward card. It's not horrible. It's not good. It's not. It doesn't stand out to me. I see it just being meh. I think you should take this next one though, because
it commits crimes.
No, because it's just a good one. You talked about it earlier and brought something to my attention I didn't realize.
All right, Vile Smasher, Gleeful Grenader. Those are 2 jobs.
Yes, it is.
2 of them. He's black and a red for a goblin mercenary. He a merc. 3/2. Whenever another outlaw enters the battlefield on your control, Vile Smasher deals 1 damage to target opponent. Outlaws are mercenaries, rogues, pirates, warlocks, and assassins. Wish ninjas were in there. That'd be really cool, but it's not. So he just, if you want to play any type of these card tribal, he just gives you like free damage for doing so.
And free crime.
And free crimes.
Yeah. He works. What'd you give him?
I gave him a 40.
Oh.
40 is commander. He does something. He's 2-drop. You'll commit a crime every turn. And 37 in the 99. If you're playing any of these tribes, you don't even have to be playing the other ones.
Yeah.
If you want a black, red, assassin tribal, you'll proc him probably every turn.
Yeah. Like there's not really a big downside to playing him in multiple different ways. I gave him a 5. I was a big fan of Vial Smasher, so seeing a new version of him made me really happy. I say 15 in the 99. He works really well with this set, just in general. Like, if it's got black and red in it, and you're running these cards, he's gonna proc.
He's the crime master.
Yeah, and he helps you get these crime triggers really easily. So, no, I think he's a definite chase card. I mean, I don't think he's like the number 1 spot, but I would keep an eye out for Vial Smasher. Ooh, we got Honest Rootstein?
Rutstein. We had old Rutstein, now we got Honest Rutstein. I don't know if they're the same person or are they related.
Well, this
the other
one
looked way more
trust.
homeless.
We can. He might. We can trust this one at least. We know he's good. For a colorless and black green, we get a 3/2 human warlock that says whenever he enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. He's beautiful. I love his quote. No questions, no refunds.
He's like a creature Ewit, and then he makes your spells cheaper.
Yeah. It's not bad.
What'd you give him?
I gave him I went with a 5. I'll keep him in that same like tier. I'll give him like a 5 or a 6 and 5 on just the include in the deck. I liked him because I always suffer from recursion and high costs, and I feel like he's just like a Golgari good stuff. Like, he just kind of just works.
If you want to punch, he allows you to punch, and if they get rid of him, you'll get another creature back and punch him again.
Yeah.
I gave him a 15 because it's just a good card.
Yeah.
20. It's just pretty decent. Ooh. You left me with Ninja on purpose. It's the infamous Saltro Gojo, the Infiltrator. Domain expansion. Blue and a black. 2/3 human ninja rogue with menace. Whenever Saltro Gojo, the Infiltrator, or one or more non-token creatures enter the battlefield under your control, if none of them were cast or no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card.
It's very, very powerful.
It is for ninja.
Only for ninja.
Only ninja shenanigans. You know, I'm biased. I like ninjas. Naruto running ninja dance. I gave him a 10, even though you probably don't deserve it. I gave him another 10 because he probably don't deserve it.
I'm just saying, as soon as I saw this and was thinking of the honorable, all I could hear was perfect, because this is just a new ninja include. I want you to rebuild your ninja deck. I want it back. Everybody said that they hated it. I loved it. I gave this thing an 11. I think it is super good. But if you're not running ninjas and ninjutsuing, I put it as 50 for the 99. I don't think it fits as well unless you're doing those kind of shenanigans.
Or
if you are,
playing
though,
like 0-drop artifact creatures,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to go for that.
See, if you're playing all the artifact creature producers, you could just like storm out by playing like 0. It's not once each turn, is it?
No, it's not.
That's actually a really funny way to.
Like I said, this is for the Honorable Sensei.
Yo.
Next, we have Jolene.
She a hoe.
This card art is absolutely. If we were judging card arts, this is like one of the number ones. It's up there, top 3 at least. We got Jolene plundering Pugilist. Colorless in red green for a 4/2 human mercenary that's going to literally punch you out of your shoes. Whenever you attack with one or more creatures with power 4 or greater, create a treasure token. And then for a colorless and a red, sacrifice a treasure. She deals 1 damage to any target. I love Jolene. I love the previous one. I love her treasure token synergies. Gave her a 12 in the commander spot and 30 in the 99. I think she could be an easy gruel build for those of you trying to get into it.
I gave her a 39. I'm not so impressed. Okay.
He don't love Jolene.
She a hoe. She deal 1 damage to anybody.
Hey, give her death touch. Yep.
And then, 40 in the 99. If this is what you trying to do, she does things for you, but I don't care.
Oh no.
How many Lazobs have we gotten in like the last couple of I think we got like 2 or 3 Lazobs
We have so many.
just last set, and then we have another one.
Yep.
And now he's committing crimes. He was a detective.
And now
He's
evil.
a dirty cop. Lazov, familiar stranger. Ew.
Ew.
I don't like that.
Ew, I didn't even think about it either.
Ew.
I thought I've seen him
You
before.
are like father. You lie.
You lie.
You lie. He's a shapeshifter, legendary creature, 1/4. Whenever you commit a crime, but a +1/+1 counter on Lazov, familiar stranger, then you may exile card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, you may have Lazov become a copy of that creature until end of turn. This ability triggers only once.
If that last wording wasn't there.
You would go infinite for amount of creatures in graveyards.
Yes.
Because him exiling a creature would be committing a crime.
He would create the crime by making the crime.
You know what? They need a commander card that says once each turn need not apply.
Ooh. That would break so many things. It'd be cool though. It'd have to be until end of turn. It'd have to be one of those.
Or instead of once per turn, twice per turn.
Oh wow, Wizards! If you're listening, and we know you're not, totally make that a thing. That sounds way more balanced, and I like that. I like that a lot.
It's something. Lazov is cool.
Yeah, he's not horrid.
He crimes. Stealing.
What'd you give him?
35. He's okay. If you like doing Lazov stuff, graveyard shenanigans, he's cool. In the 99, 65. I like blue-black, just not this type of blue-black. So, it is what it is.
I'm more of a fan of this style of blue-black. I like clone decks too. I gave him a 20. But in the 99, no. I gave him an 80. I don't see him being nearly as powerful.
You have to dedicate to committing crimes. Committing crimes is easy when you want to commit crimes, but you're not just actively just committing crimes all the time.
If you're not built for a pure creature deck will actually struggle to do it unless all the creatures have some type of targeting effect.
I mean, as soon as you put one thing that says exile target card from a graveyard, you can commit a crime.
Yeah, exactly.
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 Up next, Eartha Joe, Frontier Mentor. She looked crazy climbing this cactus mountain. For 2 colorless and red-white, you get a 2/4 core advisor. When Eartha Joe Frontier Mentor enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature token with tap. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. I do love that they gave a couple of things that. Next, we have whenever you activate an ability that targets a creature or player, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Very powerful secondary effect there. Just pretty much making it to where all of your little tap give you +1/+0s. Now turn into tap. 2 things get +1/+0. Very nice. I gave her a more of a 50 on the, sorry, I flipped these. A 25 as the commander, 50 as the 99. I don't see this card being as as powerful again in the 99. It fits well if it's an activated abilities deck.
Oh yeah, I guess one of us totally have one of those. That's instantly getting slotted in. Oh my! I mean, you do have a Kenrith.
I do. I have a group hug Kenny deck that cares about him, so it does care about activated abilities. Yeah, it would double up Kenrith. So I mean, yeah, it's like I said. That's why I like it. I think it's a good card, but it only
You have
works.
to have exactly this type of deck or a commander that has like an activated ability that you wouldn't even want this card. I gave it a 44. I don't think like you're building a deck around this.
No.
Honestly. You can if you want. I gave it a 79, even though I'm instantly slotting this in because I specifically have a deck that wants this.
Yeah. If you had something lined up for it, this thing is a possible like upgrade. But yeah, very niche.
Roxine, Starfire Savant, is a 3-colorless red-green cat druid that's a 4/3. Whenever Roxanne, Starfire Savant enters the battlefield or attacks, create a tap colorless artifact token named Meteorite. Whenever Meteorite enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target, and tap, add 1 mana of any color. Whenever you tap an artifact token for mana, add 1 mana of any type that artifact token produce. So this is like a Kennen for Gruul, which is sort of cool. It's not as good as Kennen because Kennen is the dumb card and I hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's like you get like removal when it swings and it ETBs, and it makes your treasure tokens be brutal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, broken card. You know, this set has like a lot of like really interesting designs.
Interesting designs, and they actually feel thought out for once.
Like they feel like it's not just like the Panharmonicon again.
Give it
double the triggers.
Double the triggers.
Even though we just looked at one that was double the triggers, but it felt but it was for something that
And those ones it made sense on. These cards feel like they're like, ooh, what'd be a neat way for us to have like a power stone or a artifact generator. It's really nice, and it's in a color that could use it too.
I gave her a 24. This is a pretty cool card. 33 in the 99. I think it's just a really good card overall.
I gave it a 5. I want to build it. Truly.
He thinks it's thick.
Cat boys.
He's a furry.
But I give it 20 for the 99. Same concept. It just works. No matter what you're doing, it's still going to give you value. Even if you only get to use it like once or twice or never swing with it, it still brings you value. Oh, man.
It's a queen.
Marchesa, dealer of death. She's still fine. For Grixis, you get a 3/4. Also, I like that this set has been having like the family cost and no colorless. So Grixis for a 3/4 human rogue that says whenever you commit a crime, you may pay it colorless. You gotta cough up the money. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. This I didn't realize until Honorable we were going back and forth on this card. This thing is dirtier than it appears, I think. I think surface level, you're like, but then when you really break it down, it's gross.
That's what you're gonna be. That's what your opponent's gonna be saying to you, because like
this thing's
Grixis
powerful.
is crime colors, baby. Like, I'm gonna counterspell your thing. Crime. Pay 1. You're essentially like getting value. Everything you do in Grixis, like that doesn't target you.
Yeah. Oh, and the bulk
gives
of
you
it,
card advantage now.
And the bulk of it too, like almost all of their stuff is like hurt them, and then I'll give you a card, or destroy that land, and I'll give you a treasure token.
Oh my goodness, you could do like.
Yeah. There's some really gross interactions to where it's like pretty much you can make Grixis removal a deck with this commander. I gave her a 13 for that whole concept. Just making Grixis removal like a living thing is wild to me. I'm not the biggest fan of this in the 99 because I feel like it's easy to remove. Having a commander to where it keeps coming back makes it really scary. So 60 in the 99.
He dumb. I gave this card a 24. It's really good. I'm not as high as he is on the commander side. When the 99, like, this thing is just gonna like give you card advantage for doing things you want to do. I think it's more generically good. I give it a 41. 40. We got Breaches, the Blast Maker.
Oh, man.
1 colorless, blue and a red for a Goblin Pirate 3/3, Menacche. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, flip a coin. When you win the flip, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Whenever you lose a flip, Breaches, the Blast Matter deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. I hate this card.
I was wondering why. Well, first, what's your rating?
61. And I gave it a 71 in the 99. So here's a... You can do like artifact things. It's cool. So what this thing is asking you to do is asking you to do a lot.
It is.
You need to cast 2 spells. You got to sacrifice an artifact with the chance to like copy the second spell or like deal damage. If you're not like just an artifact deck, like what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I agree. I rated it a little higher, only just because I liked what it wants you to build it around. Like it's because if you're gonna build this as a commander, you're planning for that, right? I feel like this was the old Vial Smasher, like this kind of concept of like you're gonna deal damage based off of the spell, and then you're getting the coin flips, like you could either hurt it or not. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to set people up to build terrible decks.
I think if you build it right, it'd be fun. I don't think it'd be powerful, but I think it'd be fun.
Because people, they see flip a coin, they're going to go get the thumb, they're going to go get
the thumbless.
Quark. They're just going to make this deck like just terrible. I don't like it.
I don't think it's horrid. I gave it a 16 just for the fun value. 50 in the 99. I'm undecided. I feel like it is depending on what you're using it for. Oh man, this next one. I love the art.
He's a cackling killer. A laughing loser.
Loser. The laughing Jasper Flint. It's a beautiful lizard boy. I mean, I'm conflicted. We'll talk about this in a second. For a colorless and a black-red, we get a 4/3 lizard rogue that says creatures you control but don't own are mercenaries in addition to their other types. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library, where X is the number of outlaws you control. And until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those cards, and mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. So, why am I conflicted? Because I just made pretty much a steal your creatures deck, so this guy fits in perfect for it. But if you didn't have that, this is a really, really weird commander. I gave him 60 in the commander, 5 because I'm excited to sleeve him in my own deck. He fits in really well. If not, this is a really bad card.
I gave him like, what would I put? 42. Midnight Trace sort of cool. You're already sort of playing like mercenaries.
Yeah.
Exile top X cards, the target opponent's library of X is number of outlaws. Yeah, you're already playing outlaws, so you're going to get like free value.
Yeah.
Every single turn if you're playing this type of deck, and then like you could just steal people's stuff and beat them with it. So it's okay if you're putting it in a deck, you need to be exactly this deck. I gave it a 68 and a 99.
Yeah. If you're built for it, cool. If you're not,
All right, it's about time we call some Calamita.
Ooh.
That's what your sister got a Calamita. Galloping Inferno. It burns. It's a horse mount, 4/6 with haste. Whenever Calamity, Galloping Inferno attacks while saddled, choose a non-legendary creature card that's saddled at this turn. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of it. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of your next end step. Repeat this process only once. You can saddle it for 1. So this horse wants you to be copying stuff, and you make a copy of the copy, and the copy, and the copy, and the copy. I like it.
I don't think it's horrid, but what did you give it?
I gave it a 45. Both times.
I gave it an 80 as a commander. Reason I stand by that is just run Kiki Jiki. like, what are y'all doing? Just run Kiki Jiki. And then 60 as a
Kiki Jiki only gives you 1 copy. This gives you 2.
Okay. But it's 4 mana versus 6. Does have haste. So admittedly, that is nice. So does Kiki, though. He has haste.
And they're tapped and attacking.
Yeah, they are tapped and attack. It's not as bad, I guess, as I'm making it out to be. But I gave it an 80 and a 60.
He sucks.
I wouldn't build it.
He doesn't like horses.
Well, it's now canon. Scumbag doesn't like horses.
You don't like horse meat.
It tastes just like buffalo.
Just like dog meat.
No, run, dog meat. Run. Next, we have a bear druid named Doc Arlock, the Grizzled Genius. He's got a unique look to him.
What's up with all these smart and refined bears?
There's so many of them. We have a Simic Bear that is a 2/3 that says spells you cast from your graveyard or from exile cost 2 less to cast, and plotting cards from your hand cost 2 less to cast, or 2 less. So he makes plotting a little cheaper. He also, makes some graveyard. I don't like the bear. I think he's cool looking.
You're dumb. I gave it a 30. You get to cast stuff from your graveyard. 2 cheaper. And exile, 2 cheaper. And if you are plotting, it's cheaper. He's a cool bear.
He is a cool bear.
And he's not even a 2/2. He's a 2/3 because he's smarter than your average bear.
No, he's fatter than your average bear.
He got a thicker booty.
That's a thick genius. I mean, I know, I wonder which one of us plays graveyard decks more. I bet it's the one who gave him a higher score. I feel like, it would be really funny. Oh, wait, I don't know this. Are there any, Golgari bears that are not, infected?
I'm pretty sure they're... I don't know.
He'd be cool if he was Golgari. I would appreciate it.
No, he's Simic.
He's a Simic
He's
bear.
smart. That's why he's blue.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. He's blue, so he is a smart bear. I didn't even think about it that way.
All right, we got Karavek. That's even how you say his name. The Punisher.
the Punisher.
He big pun.
Push a Pete.
Literally,
Better compliment than a little. He's beautiful.
He is a human warlock. It's a 3/3. Whenever you commit a crime, because he is in crime colors, exile up to 1 target black card from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast a copy. If you do, you lose 2 life.
I like him.
I hate him.
Why? What's your beef?
Because you still have to pay the cost.
Oh, you're totally right. I didn't realize it. It didn't say without its cost. It just says cast.
Yeah, so it's like a mono black Moldrotha, but you lose 2 life. And you have to commit a crime.
And you exile them. So you don't even get to do it, like, again.
Yeah, it's a copy.
Yeah.
So it's not even the real thing.
Ooh, I'm going to change mine. I completely misread this card.
That's why I gave it a 77 and then an 87 in the 99.
I'm going to trust and follow suit with those 2 rankings. I misread the Punisher.
The Punisher.
Like, I genuinely was like, oh, it already makes sense. It's going to be a mono black deck. Like, you already are going to have that. Like, there's nothing wrong here. But now that I'm realizing, yeah, no, that's not good.
Big Pun is not a lot of fun.
He is not. And he doesn't have a private jet to fly out of the United States on.
Oh, my goodness.
Next, we have Baron Bertram Greywater. I'm sorry, let me say that like how he looks.
Greywater? That's
Baron
nasty.
Bertram Greywater of the Greywater family. 2 colorless and white black for a 3/4 vampire noble. Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 black vampire rogue with lifelink. This triggers only once each turn. And then for a colorless and a black, sacrifice another creature or artifact, draw a card. This was one of those, I gave it a higher rating because I didn't read the card. So I gave him a 60 as the commander slot, and I'm going to go with a 69 and the 99.
Ooh, 69. He's okay. He just does he's just like generic.
He is. If it didn't say only once each turn, he'd be a lot better.
You know, they didn't want to make him what's the red, white, black vampire?
Edgar.
They didn't want to make him Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar 2.0. Yeah.
Except for you actually have to cast it. Well, probably wouldn't even be that bad.
No, it wouldn't be because Edgar's still worse than it's. Yeah, no.
You want to play Edgar, but you got 1 less color and you can sacrifice yourself or draw a card? You know, that's why I gave it a 59 and then a 69.
It has a use in a deck, but
He generic. All right, let's talk about Lila, undefeated slick shot.
Slick shot.
She's slicking. She's got prowess. Whenever you cast a multicolored instant or sorcery from your hand, exile that spell. Instead of putting into your graveyard as it resolves, if you do, it becomes plotted.
This is so cool. This is such a cool effect.
I hate it.
Oh, you don't like it. I like the doubling. The doubling of the card play.
So the reason why this card sucks, somebody sort of did the math. There's
this
97.
Is that one. This is that card.
Yeah, there's 97 instants and sorceries that are exactly multicolored.
Exactly.
And most creatures that are multicolored, sort of cool.
Yeah.
Instants and sorceries they sort of suck.
Yeah.
So you have to play at least 30 of the bad ones for this to be your
run.
commander.
Yeah, for it to run around.
I mean, yeah, you do get it twice, which makes it sort of better. But me personally, I think red and blue are the worst color combination. Every deck does exactly this.
Yeah, they do. They haven't given it a new identity yet.
It's just
it's sad.
Boring. I don't like it. Get it out of here. That's why I gave it a 68. I'm being a little harsh. It's being a 95. I'm pretty sure if you open this up to being 3 colors, your options just
would skyrocket.
If this was Grixis, This would actually be pretty good.
Maybe it would be a little nicer.
No, I would actually say this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like if this was like a Grixis commander.
It does self-limit. It does. A lot of these, they tried to make themselves like they didn't require nerfs. You know, like it's not an OP out the box, but I feel like they messed up a couple of them.
Yeah, this one.
They missed out. They could have made it a lot better.
I would have been okay if it was like any red or blue, but you have to pay 1 to plot it.
Yeah. Yeah, make you pick. Ooh, a new Girid. This is also very cool. Girid, Mirror of the Wilds. For Naya, you have a 3/3 haste human shaman that says non-token creatures, my goodness, that you control have tap, create a token that's a copy of target token you control to enter the battlefield this turn. This is a very unique, it's almost like adding Convoke into a copy effect. I like this. Your things that you use that are not the token creators can now be tapped to like make more things. I love what this is doing. I said an 8/4 as the commander. I think it'd be a lot of fun, a lot of populate effects. I think it'd be really cool. And then 60 and the 99. I feel like Naya is an unused token creator. Normally it's just Selesnya. So I like the fact that it's making you have more color.
I gave it a 22 in the command zone. It is really neat. Really, really neat. I could probably bump it up a little bit more. I'm not.
Psych.
In the 99, I think it's just really generically good because, like, the thing you do get from red is that you can copy, like, anything.
Yeah.
And
or
then
just
you can make
versions
you can
of
use
them.
your regular token to make a copy of the token that's going to get exiled at the end of the turn. Now you have a permanent copy of that.
You can do some really cool things with this.
You can do some really neat things. You know what? I will bump it up.
Ooh.
I'm going to give it a 12.
I was about to say, I think this thing is powerful. I think, and it's a 3-drop. Like, beautiful. I think this is a great card. This is definitely one of the ones I would like to have fun with.
I think he's like something that you like. You don't cast on turn 3. You don't need this effect.
No, not yet.
On turn 3. This is like on turn 5.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not an effect that Girid itself has. He just gives it to them.
Right.
So if they already existed, he then just benefits them. It's beautiful.
We have... Ooh. Wait, is this a bad card? I can't remember.
It's a weird card.
It is Taiwakan. Perfect shot.
Perfect.
Red and white human mercenary 2/3. Whatever source you control deals. That almost scared me. Does non-combat damage to a creature equal to that creature's toughness. Draw a card. And for X, you can tap this. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus X instead.
You best keep yourself out of my sights.
Yeah, it's okay. Like
when you first read it, you're like, oh, and then you read into it more, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, so if it's like 4 toughness, you have to do exactly 4 damage to draw a card, and then you could tap her and pay mana to make it do that, so you could draw a card. It's like Ryu all over again.
I get what you're saying. When I first read it, I was like, oh, cool, your gut shot can now turn into a cantrip. And I was like, that's really cool. You know, you just have to do, something else to make it happen. But it's the fact that I had to pay for the toughness value. And, like, that's where it's like,
Where this card can get sort of like bananas is if you have, like, an effect that, like, I think there's an enchantment. You can pay red and it deals 1 damage to all creatures.
Yes.
And then you just keep doing it and, like, that's probably, like, the best card for this deck. You just draw, like, a whole bunch of cards. And then, like, if you do get, like, a massive amount of mana, you can just, like, cast a spell and, like, kill somebody.
You can, because it's a colorless dump. So admittedly, if you did like some bullcrap infinite, colorless mana, she does just immediately turn into a tap kill. But
I played enough League of Legends to know Caitlyn ain't meta.
there is a couple of cards in this set that look like League characters. I don't care what anybody says. Braum is in this set. We will get to him.
I thought we already.
No, we haven't
hit
gotten to
Braum.
him. No, we haven't. Next, we got Campbell, Profiteering Mayor. I think this will be one of the ones I will hunt for the most. Colorless, white, black, 2/4, legendary human advisor. It says whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, for each of them create a tap token that's a copy of it. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, that's incredible. And then it says whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. This is a Suture Priest, Soul Warden with a cut copy effect. This thing is wildly strong.
It's a really good hate piece. You can
It is.
do all types of funny stuff, like, having the creatures that the downside is you give somebody else creatures,
Are now no longer downsides.
and then you get
Yep.
those creatures and they lose life because you
And
got
you
a
gain
token
life
copy of it.
and-
You can play Doctor. I can't remember. Not Doctor. It's
Mirror Assembly.
I don't think it's Mirror. It's Mirror something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time a creature enters the battlefield non-token, they get a mirror. That means you get a mirror,
For all of them.
and then it only triggers once.
But it's like for each person, it's like turning him into a little coma with mirrors. I gave him a 2. I think this is going to be this is a powerhouse. I think this is a powerhouse card. I said 10 in the 99. This thing is just a hate piece if it's in the 99. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, cool, you're a token deck? Me too.
Yeah, I think in certain metas, like, people are gonna absolutely hate this card. Like, it's
Yes.
gonna be miserable. That's why I gave it a 3. I gave it an 8 in the 99 because it's just a hate piece. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like
At the end of the day, it's a hate piece.
like hate pieces can be like the best card in your deck or like the worst card when nobody's making any tokens.
Yeah.
But there are wares. There are wares. Is it specifically say creature token?
Oh, let me
No,
pull
it's
it.
just tokens.
Yes, that's what I was about to
So,
say. And it
treasure
says
tokens.
a copy of them. Yes. This thing is powerful.
Hey, Dockside, thanks.
Yeah. And then, like I said, it's like the only once per turn. So here's the way you play against it. Blow the bull crap version first, then play your big thing. Because then they only get the first one. So it's like, you do something to make a token before you dockside.
Okay, we got Malcolm the Eyes. What does he do? He is for a red and a blue, 2/2 Siren Pirate with flying and haste. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, investigate.
Straightforward.
This is boring.
It's very boring.
I gave it a 61 because it sucks.
I give it a 23 because it's at least straightforward. It's not hard. For a new Magic player, I think it'd be fun.
For a new Magic player, you pick something else.
Yeah.
If your first deck is this, you might never return to play Magic again.
Like, yeah, that game was horrible.
Man, why do I keep losing? I can't crack any of these treasures. Crack any of these clues.
I need to ramp. That's what they
Didn't
told
we
me.
just get a Malcolm that was a sheriff or detective last set?
I believe so.
Oh my goodness, they need to stop. They cheating.
Oh, so what did you give it in the 99?
Oh, 82 because it sucks.
Here's one of the ones I think is one of the worst commanders. Please do not build this. I don't think this is a good one. Vadmir New Blood. Colorless and a black for a 2/2 vampire rogue. Whenever you commit a crime, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and then this ability only triggers once each turn. As long as he has 4 or more +1/+1 counters, it has menace and lifelink. Woo. Please don't. You can put him in your vampire decks. So I foresee him being good there. I gave him a 70. as a commander. I gave him a 30 as the 99.
Somebody's gonna make a stupid Voltron
+1/+1 hatred theme. Black mono black Voltron.
Okay, you're a cool guy. This card sucks.
Yeah, this is not a good one.
74 in the command zone, 80. Shut up.
Let the new blood go down.
Yeah, he looks like he sparkles during the sunlight.
How can you love a skin of a killer?
All right. We got the American legend. She should have been red, white, and blue.
I'm mad that she wasn't because it is 3 colored pigs.
America! Yeah! Here come a city. Yeah! It's Bonnie Powell, clear cutter. Giant Scout, 6'5", reach. When Bonnie ETBs, create a bow. Come here, bow. A legendary blue ox.
So good.
Creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever you attack, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand onto or graveyard onto the battlefield.
Yeah. Again, why aren't we red, white, blue? I'm so mad that the thing that represents old American folklore is not a Jeskai color combination.
And it'd be cool to have like Jeskai like landfall shenanigans.
It would. They would finally have a nice deck for it. Yeah, no. I'm missed opportunity, Wizards.
Yeah, it's a very missed opportunity.
Still good though.
It's still, your Simic, what's 7 mana to a Simic player?
Yeah.
Nothing.
What's a king to a god?
And then it just says whenever you attack. It doesn't even say this.
Yeah, no, that part is beautiful. And the graveyard portion of that is also chef's kiss. Fetches.
You're just going to keep getting your fetch, your ox. It's just bow.
Bo is so good. Big blue cow.
I'm going to go get this lamb, bow, and you're going to get strong, bow.
That's right. I'm going to make my cow big.
God damn it, bow.
Y'all watch out for him.
I gave it a 32. It's Simic, like.
Yeah, it's what else did you expect?
Yeah, it's generic Simic, and then 41 because it's Simic. All the Simic. If you put every Simic commander in a deck, it would still run.
It would. Oh man, I was about to get heated. I felt my blood boil. I gave him a 20 as the commander. I just have an affinity for cows. I think he'd be just a blast to play. Again, yeah, what's 7 mana to a Simic deck? And it's land-based. Like, it's already winning that. 33 in the 99, just like you're saying. You could literally make a deck of Simic commanders, and it would run perfectly well. I love Bo.
But do you love Braum?
Oh, of course I love Braum. But that is... Oh, wait, where is he? Hold on.
He's the next one. Bruce.
No, that's not. Oh yeah, that is him. Yes, it is. We have Braum. And if you don't know who Braum is, go play League.
Roving Rancho, Braum.
Oh, I protect you. If you haven't played League, don't, because that's an addiction you don't need. For 2 colorless and red white, you get a 4/3 human warrior that says oxen you control have double strike. He likes when his ox hits you twice. And then it says, whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, exile the top card of your library. If it's a land, create a 2/2 white ox. Otherwise, you may cast it until the end of your next turn. I think this thing's really funny. I think I looked at Honorable and was like, it's just Bruce Tarl and 99 lands. that's the deck. And then you'll never miss land drops and you'll forever make oxen.
Yeah, like. What else are you supposed to do with this?
I gave him a 65 as the commander because, let's be real, this is a joke deck. And then 80 in the 99. I don't know how he would fit.
I'm a man. I gave him 33 because red white landfall would be like sorta hilarious.
Oh man.
And then like, you take extra combats, you make extra oxes that also have double strike. Like, dude, like. This is cool. This is cool.
This is also the guy who wanted to make blue-white burn. I still want to see it.
Yeah, it was sort of sucked if you didn't get your commander out. Or, what happens is you don't hit the right part of your deck, and it's just like, this doesn't do anything. Okay, we got an oldie. We haven't seen this guy since like, wrong card. Hold on. We haven't seen this guy since he had a reflection of himself. Riku of Many Paths.
Yes.
Whenever you cast a modal spell, I was asking for this card. Before I even start, I was asking for this. I was like, why don't we have a modal spell deck that makes you like get all the modes or gives you payoffs for all them? This thing is the coolest thing ever. Green, blue, and red for a human wizard. Whenever you cast a modal spell, choose up to X, where X is the number of times you chose a mode for that spell. Exile top of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play it. Put a +1/+1 counter on Riku. What else did it say? Put a +1/+1 counter on Riku of Many Paths. It gains trample until end of turn, and then create a 1/1 blue bird token with flying. Like, bruh, like, come on, bruh.
I love it. I think Riku's really cool. I think this is one of the ones that just like on face value, not even trying, is powerful. This is just a powerful card.
I don't even care if it's power. It's cool as fuck. It gets number one. I know I get something else number one. It was a frog. It gets number one too. Many Paths, Ed Boy. Many Paths.
I gave him a 3. I'm in the same boat. I think this would just be fun to build. Hands down.
Hey, if you don't have modal spells, do not put this in your 99. Just don't. Please.
Yeah, would you put him as your 99?
84, because like how many people have like modal
yeah. Talk about feast or famine. This is definitely niche or don't use. This is exactly what this is.
It's my secret commander.
You got to take this next one just because I know you understand it better than I do for the simple facet of its power level. I did not on the surface think this thing would be good.
I mean, this is for all our furry friends who like animals and pretend to be them. It's loot, key to everything. He got everything in the house.
You got the key to it.
He got the key to it. He in your house right now, eating your chicken.
You didn't even know it.
He green, blue, and red for a beast noble. Ooh. He's a 1/2, ward 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of card types among other non-land permanents you control. You may play those cards this turn. Man. So, creature, artifact, enchantment, planeswalker, battle, tribal, land. What are we missing?
If we're missing one, it's one of the weird ones. But yeah, no. So you're going 7 deep if you could.
Like, who cares?
Yeah. He's just digging for you. At first, when I read him, I was like, he's only going to dig like 3 cards down. But even then, it's still 3 cards that he's digging down.
Like, if you have lands, there's 1.
Yeah, exactly. So he's always going to give you
If you have a land and a creature other than him, that's 2. If you have an artifact, you come on, Brett. Come on.
No, he looked good.
It's loot, Brett.
What'd you give him?
I gave him a 5.
I gave him an 8. But in the 99, I thought he would be trash. I put him as a 99.
What do you mean? He's just card advantage.
That's true. He really is just card advantage. I'll bring him down.
At worst, like, let's just say land, creature, artifact, you're getting 3 cards.
Yeah, but he does say you have to play those cards this turn.
Who cares? They're free.
It's very true. They are free. I would just wish it said until end of next turn.
Man, stop being greedy.
Let me get more.
No. He opens the house once. You have to steal the stuff.
That's true. He gave me the key to everything. And I was over here like, I need more.
I mean, you trying to steal more. And that's why you a scumbag.
Give it to me. Next, we have Wily Duke Attenhero. Again, it's feel like I should say that with like when I jaw out more.
Why
Duke here. For a colorless and a green-white, you get a 4/2 human ranger with vigilance who says, whenever he becomes tapped, you gain a life and draw a card. This thing, if you put certain things on it, can go wee. But if you aren't doing that exact setup, he's aight. I gave it 60 as a commander and 62 in the 99.
This card's poop. I don't care if you do the thing. The card still sucks.
Yeah, just trust if you build it to do the thing, which is untap to tap to then get your whole deck, it will be boring and you will hate it after you've done it like 3 times.
Does your deck do anything else? No.
No. And that's why you don't play it often. Would you give it?
I mean, you can like crew things or saddle. That's what you're supposed to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't care. 99 and the 99.
This is a classic.
It's a good old stinker.
Stinky.
We got Jim, Lightfoot Sky Explorer. I think he has a shark friend. I think.
Is that Jim?
I don't know. I don't know what that card's name is. I think it's like
the Sky Shark Hunter or whatever it was.
Maybe that's him. Maybe I'm capping.
He got a Western shark. It's a shark with a cowboy hat.
Human Scout 3/3. He's got flying and vigilance. At the beginning of your instep, if you haven't cast a spell from your hand this turn, draw a card.
It's weird.
Oh, did I say he was 2 colors, blue and white?
You did now.
I did now. You're playing a control deck. You probably can do things at flash speed. Don't cast anything on your turn, draw a card.
Yeah, that's very true. Or just explicitly you interact on, like you're saying, other people's turns. Yeah. And then he just turns into, hey, you're drawing 2.
Or you're just, cast everything from the top of your deck. Woo! You didn't cast anything from your hand. Woo! He's like generically good. I give him a 57 as commander. If you're playing blue-white control as a deck, he's pretty good for you. Give him a 34 in the 99.
I give him 62. I don't have the patience. Scumbag go burr. Must play on turn. Why interact on their turn when I could have already done it on mine? 39 for the 99. I like him being in the decks that I foresee this working with. But that's more of a blinky interaction on every other person's turn. Oh man, this is another one I got excited for. Cool the Unrepentant.
He's cool.
He is very cool. What a weird mesh of things. Black, red for a 5/5 flying trampled scorpion dragon rogue. That's just danger.
Why is he a rogue?
Apparently, he's stealthy with all those wings and chittering.
Steal.
And he likes to take things. He says, sacrifice 3 other creatures. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. As if that was a massive downside. Like, that's a very powerful effect.
You know what this reminds me of? The Rock and the Scorpion King.
Oh, man, it does.
The bad CGI.
I think The Rock wants to forget about that movie.
Hey, man, I love that movie as a kid.
That's a classic. I gave him a 2. I think this is going to be a very fun Rakdos commander to make. You make a bunch of small things, kill them to cheat out something massive. And the 99, again, if it's fitting in a good Rakdos deck, I gave it a 22.
I think your hand's just going to go burr. You don't actually care if they're even tokens.
Yeah, you
You're
don't.
just like, all right, I played 3 things, sacked it for a bigger thing.
Yep.
Next turn, I'm going to reanimate. And I'm going to sack these things for another thing. Like,
it's like Rakdos Pod.
he just doesn't care. You just need card advantage with this. I gave it a 27. And then in the 99, I gave it a 60 because, he just does the thing.
Yeah. It is kind of basic. He's like, what is that? Tutor the Commander, the mono black one. It's kind of like the same concept. Like, it only does one job. It does it well, but it only does one job.
All right. We got, Becca.
Oh, beak.
Oh, beak. She came in with the
Boom.
Splitter of Seconds. She's mad and she's punching time.
Time can't stop these fists.
Time. It's like, what is that? That composite Superman that punched a hole in time.
Oh, man.
I don't know how you physically hit something that's a concept.
Hey, that's power right there.
I hate Superman. One colorless, blue, black, and red for Ogre Warlock. It's a 2/5. Manache.
Big
Whenever Becca Splitter of Seconds deals combat damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps after this phase. All right.
This is a weird one.
This is cool as shit.
It is. It's very cool, but it's very weird.
You're gonna have to do a lot of setup.
Yes.
You're gonna have to make her like at least like a 5/5 or something, and make her unblockable. You're in blue, and you're just gonna Falcon punch.
Yep. And then it's like, hey, you know all those curses that are on you? Click, 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 click.
Is this like? I think this is gonna be like, hey, she hit you. Oh, you're gonna die. Like,
yes. Yes. You set them up and curse them, and then have a whole bunch of things that benefit you, and then you make
I
her
think
big.
curses go on their upkeep.
Is it theirs?
The only way you could do this is if you had Curse of Torment on yourself that allows you to find other curses, and then you can put them
Grab
on
them
other
and
people.
place them on other people.
Yeah. So if you have the curse deck, this sort of goes in the curse deck, and then like you could do like weird Lux Cannon stuff. Like you can do a whole bunch. You can do whatever. You can do whatever you want. This thing's just like cool as shit.
It's very cool. It's a very cool thing.
I give it a 5. As a commander, in the 99, I gave it an 84. I do have a shrine deck that I thought about putting this in, and I was like, how am I going to hit them?
Yeah.
I'm never going to hit them.
I gave it a 6. I think Obika, or, Obi, she's always cool. The last one was you end turns and had weird shenanigans. She's always been a really unique card. Gave her a 6 for the commander, 78 for the 99. I agree. I think she's weird in the 99.
You play both of them.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you hit somebody, and then before you get your upkeep, you just end your turn like a boss.
You just end it.
I ain't even need it.
What you know about that?
I ain't even need it.
I ain't even need it.
I ain't even need it.
We got Eretti the Beguiler. She be beguiling. She's a colorless and Esper, white, blue, black, for a 4/4 lifelink human warlock that says whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to that aura's mana value, gain control of that permanent for as long as that aura is attached to it. Don't get baited. This is a bait card. I think this thing is good for what it is, but you have to build it very specifically. Remember this, you only get to steal things if that aura's mana value is bigger than that other thing's mana value. Don't get baited.
Man, you just stealing people commanders in this. Come on down.
Well, I mean, like, how are you going to take an Dragon? What enchantment you got?
You're
that's
in blue.
11 mana?
Why are you letting them cast the Dragon?
That's very true. They shouldn't even have an Dragon.
First of all, she got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And she got like a billion Twitch primes just beguiling niggas.
Subbed.
Wow, incredible.
Oh, hit me with the other one.
Wow, incredible.
No, don't do it.
That's right.
Please, don't simp.
Don't simp.
Don't simp.
Gave it 11 as the commander, 79 in the 99. I don't see it being as overpowered as described.
I gave her a 17. She's cool, and people will simp. They will ask for the creature to be stolen.
Please, enchantment mommy.
They will let her step on them. 90 in the command zone, 90 in the 99, because why would you?
Yeah, this isn't a 99 include. Commander or nothing.
All right, we got the other half of our son's favorite thing to do. I don't think he's going to like this one. Geralf the Fleshright, 2 colorless and a blue for a human warlock. Whenever you cast a spell during your turn other than your first spell, that turn create a 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature token. Whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each other zombie that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. This is Zombie Storm?
Yeah, it really is. I love this one. I'm very happy that it is not limiting itself. I think it's really cool. But it's not the conventional style. I like it. It makes me remember the what is it, Diregraph Captain and what was his name? He's the big blue black zombie that loves plus
Grim.
one. Yeah, he loves +1/+1 counters anyway. So no, this is a really cool, almost like a throwback to that. And it looks like who he's building in the picture too. It's very good. What'd you give it?
Man, this card sort of sucks. I wish there was more to it.
Same.
I gave it a 55 in the command zone. I mean, you have to do storm. Yeah, you get creatures for the more you storm on your turn, but I don't. Let's you have like a sack outlet, and then you're making
rooftop.
mana. I don't know how you're gonna do this. You don't even have the son or the daughter, the grave crawler.
Yeah, the grave crawler.
To do the shenanigans. I have
I
no
wish
idea
it
what
was
you're doing.
blue black. If it was blue black, I say it's way
They were
stronger.
never gonna do that.
No way.
They were never
He
gonna
was
do
only
that.
going to be blue.
I gave it an 87 in the 99. I don't think most zombie decks want this.
That's where I'm used to playing against the zombie combos. Shout out to our my bastard child. 33 is a commander only because it's mono blue. Meh. 16 in the deck though. I think it's way more powerful in zombie decks that are more they're doing the shenanigans.
I don't think so, because like the token zombie that you get, it's just getting stronger. You're not making more zombie tokens.
No, I know, but there's interactions with toughness and strength to make more things.
Zombies don't care.
But the things that make them do.
No, they don't. They just care about you making zombies.
Normally, this is very much the
They're
truth.
just like, I don't care if that zombie's a 1/1, a 0/1. It can die as soon as it comes in. It don't matter. I made it and it died.
And if all they care about is does it have decayed or
Just
not.
just a big buff ass zombie for no reason.
Hey, and then you fling it with that non-existent red. And then our last one we have here for our commander specific cards here that we've been pulling is Bristly Bill Spine Sour, or Sower technically. Colorless and a green for a 2/2 plant druid who has a very cool artwork. With landfall, that's a refreshing one. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Wonderful. And then 3 colorless green. Double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Ooh-wee. If you play Hydras, my goodness, did that just make your lip quiver? Yes, you were correct. But as a commander, I don't see this thing being super powerful. I gave it a 44. I say in the 99, though, it's like a 22. This could definitely fit into some +1/+1 counter decks and make them go burr.
Nobody want this. It's a 44 in the command zone. It's a 66 in the 99. You're really gonna pay what, 7 mana to double?
Well, repeatedly able to double. And like in my Hydra deck, I can make an abundance of mana based off power. So then that 5 mana is nothing after the first time you use this normally.
Man,
I see this being a great include in a +1/+1
man,
deck.
you ain't doing nothing with this. Stop the cap.
Stop the cab.
Stop the cap. You ain't doing nothing with this. There are cheaper other cards to do exactly this.
It's not bad. It's not bad for what it is.
Man, you ain't doing that. It ain't no 22.
In the 99, though?
In the 99.
Okay,
You're
generalized
not-
99.
You're not dropping a Hydra or any of the other synergy cards for this. No way.
I would only drop this for the instant versions that say double on any number of creatures you have. I would only drop the sorcery version of those for this. That'd be the only thing I'd do it for, because it's a repeatable variant. That's the only reason I like it.
Man, no one cares about this. And it's a plant.
I love the plant druid.
I'll smoke his ass.
I'll smoke him down. Guys, this has been our quick sneak peek of commander-specific cards coming from the wonderful Outlaws of
Thunder Junction.
Thunder Junction. We hope that you guys have enjoyed this quick sneak peek. Please comment or talk about any cards that you would like us to go over or see, or feel like if our ratings didn't match up to what you guys were after.
You're wrong, and I don't care if I'm wrong.
Dun, dun, dun.
If I was wrong, I'm wrong, but I had the chance to be right, so even when I'm wrong, I was really right.
He's righting his wrongs. Remember, 2 lefts don't make a Larry, and that's why we long.
And that's why you taking an L, because this is the
Longturnlarry podcast.
Bitches.